I think this is okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for a while and there's a lot of noise outside, and I know that I promised some really fun videos for the month of January, and the month of January is coming to a close. But I'm gonna be honest, I was away. And where did I go exactly, you might ask? I was in a psychiatric hospital for about a week. It's very difficult when you kind of have to come to the terms that you need extra help and you feel like you do not feel safe at home. And it is really awful and really scary because on the day of New Year's Eve, I did not want to be alive. I'm trying to avoid saying the big scary S word because, just trying not to make anybody triggered. I don't want to make anybody triggered whatsoever. Again, if you do kind of get triggered from talking about the big scary S word, disordered eating, or anything like that, self-harm, I would advise that you wait until my next video comes up and you can enjoy my fun, amazing content from there, or watch any other videos from the past if you're new, catch up, and learn a little bit more about me and what I enjoy and things I like to do for fun. I actually was planning my attempt 2 weeks prior to New Year's. Sadly enough, very disappointed in myself a little bit, but at the same time I am proud of myself for being here and being alive and still trying. My mental health has not been stable by any means whatsoever. Everything in my life was falling apart. My relationship with my family was falling apart. My relationship with my boyfriend was falling apart. My relationship with friends was falling apart. Everything in my life felt like there was no specific meaning. Like, why am I on this planet? Why am I existing? I struggle with dissociation. So, sometimes I just don't even feel like I am living in my existing body as a human being walking around on the planet Earth. It's weird, it's funky, it's crazy, I know. But I decided on New Year's Eve to warn my parents and say I'm not feeling okay and I think I need to go to a hospital. Mind you, prior to New Year's Eve, around Christmas time, I was having trouble sleeping to the point where I needed to take medication to go to sleep. I was barely eating because I felt nauseous all the time. I felt like I was dizzy all the time. I could not walk very much without feeling like I wanted to pass out on the floor. I was having slight convulsions and just everything. I felt like my body was shutting down and I thought I was gonna die, honestly. So New Year's Eve I decided, one, I'm gonna go down there and see what's going on with my body. Is there something medically wrong? And two, I was willing to let medical professionals know I am feeling suicidal and I don't know what to do. So I did. And some of my family does not agree with what I did. I'm very sorry. I wanted to put this out on YouTube and share it not only with the world, but also with my family. Because some of my family don't know much about me and what I do and what I like to do and how I feel on a daily basis. So sharing this with friends, family, and potential new subscribers to my channel that might be dealing with the same thing or just kind of want to get an insight into the world of mental health, I'm trying to share as much as I possibly can. Mind you, I am not a professional. I'm not a psychiatric professional. I'm nothing by the word by the means of professional. I am just telling everything in my own opinion and in my own experiences since the time that I was about 11 or 12 years old. I think it was very scary to make that decision. I have thought about the decision multiple times within the past 2 years, and it's not the most fun idea. It really isn't. But at the same time, it is valid. It is okay to feel like you need to get some extra help, because sometimes that is what you need. And in this situation, that is exactly what I needed. I needed to be away from friends and family. I needed to be away from my problems. I needed to be literally just like taken out of society. I needed my phone snatched away from me. I needed everything taken away from me for a week, because I was literally like, my phone was up here constantly. And, you know, that's not healthy, especially if you're scrolling through social media seeing, oh, this person, are they liking my post? Oh, this person, are they seeing my stories? Do they understand what's going on? Like, all of this stuff, you know? It's not healthy to feel like you're stalking people to prove to people that you're getting better because you're not feeling good during the holiday season. Because that's kind of my case. I hate the holidays, and from October on, I just kind of started gradually getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Like, by the time it hit Thanksgiving, I was like, oh no. I'm gonna kind of go through my experience at a psychiatric hospital and kind of let some people know the process and maybe educate some people on how my experience was and maybe other people's experience was. And hopefully that can open up the world a little bit and make it not so scary, because in reality, it isn't that scary at all. So I was admitted into my local hospital, my local general hospital, on New Year's Eve at around 10 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, it is a holiday, and everywhere it's busy, 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 go, 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 go. But I got there at around 10:15, and I was admitted into, like, the back, like, dire emergencies in the back part of the hospital from the emergency room. I was there for a very long time, actually until the next day at around 12:30 in the morning, because no hospitals really had any room, so they actually had to change my location twice. So it was kind of scary not knowing for hours and hours and hours on end, where are you going? Where are you staying? How long are you staying? My parents were so nervous, but I'm so thankful for them. They were there the whole entire time, and they did not leave my side at the hospital bed until it was definitely like they needed to go, because they couldn't follow me to the clinic that I was going to. And the entire time I was at the hospital, they had a nurse with me at all times. They call that a 1-to-1. So I was a 1-to-1 patient that needed a nurse with them constantly at all times, just in case something happens. They did give me food, they did give me water, snacks. Thankfully I was able to eat, so that was good that they were able to, like, keep track that I was eating and making sure that I was being healthy. I think a big part of being in that general hospital was just seeing my actual family. They were nervous, they were scared, and they just were hoping that I was going to be okay. A lot of my younger cousins, they did not look themselves, and I felt very awful. I felt so awful, because I love my little cousins. They're so awesome and smart and funny, and they have such interesting characters. Like, they're amazing, and to see them so solemn and so confused, I didn't know what to do, and I felt guilty. And I know I shouldn't have felt guilty. I was doing the right thing for myself. But, I have a problem of always thinking of others before myself. So that was like the hardest thing. After a couple hours, my parents had to go like at around 9-10 o'clock at night. Like I said earlier, at around 12:30, the ambulance was there to pick me up and transport me to the psychiatric hospital. I was nervous. I was so nervous to the point where I thought I was going to throw up. And I almost did. Thankfully I didn't, because I hate throwing up. It's a big fear of mine. I was admitted into my room with full checkup and everything at around 2 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. And the day after, not the day after, the day of, sorry, because it was already New Year's Day, I basically spent the entire day sleeping. I was so tired. I had super bad anxiety. I tried eating a little bit, but my anxiety was so bad, I just didn't even want to show my face. I felt so embarrassed. But thankfully, everything was okay. I was put into a unit where it wasn't only people with mental health issues, there were also people recovering from drugs and alcohol and that kind of abuse. So it was very interesting seeing the connections with everyone come together. And surprisingly, there were barely any problems during my week there at all. Everyone was so nice. The nurses and the patients and everybody was so nice. The first half of the week, I was the youngest one there. A lot of my patient mates, I don't know what to call it, a lot of the people I was staying with were in their 30s and 40s and stuff like that. A lot older than me. So it was kind of scary, but everybody was so nice and welcoming and accepting. They were always asking if I was okay, if I needed anything, to let them know so maybe they can talk to a nurse or if they can do something. Like, everybody was so nice. I'm so grateful. And then the second half of the week, more younger people started to show up, and that was where I felt more kind of like included and belonging, where we kind of had our own little group of support and peers with 19, 20 plus year olds, and I felt so cool and special in a way. It was nice. It was very nice. So every morning we woke up at 8 a.m. and we took vitals, so that's like blood pressure and temperature and just making sure that our bodies are functioning and doing everything okay. And 8:30 was breakfast. And then from there, we would have various meetings or just hang out, have different therapy sessions or group sessions. It was really, really nice having like a nice built schedule. So like every morning, 8:30 was breakfast, 12:30 was lunch, 5:30 was dinner. And it was very consistent, very simple, and I thought the food was good. Some people didn't think the food was good, but I thought the food was really good. But the schedule was really, really helpful and really nice. I didn't have a clock in my room, while most others did, but I didn't mind the walk. I got a lot of exercise in walking around and looking at the clock in the main area where the nurse's desk is, so I was okay with that. But it was fine. Everything was really okay. I went to a GAP meeting twice a day where it's called General Adult Psych. So we had a lot of mental health conversations, or we would play games or something, kind of to just get the ball rolling and talk about our problems and talk about things that we like or dislike or coping mechanisms and all of that kind of stuff with different nurses every day. It was really helpful and really beneficial. I realized the very first meeting that I went to how many different people were in this unit and how many different problems people are going through. And it's so interesting and fascinating how so many people are able to recover in so many different ways and learning to accept themselves and love themselves and heal from things they've done in the past. I learned right away, like, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I took a lot of the time to my advantage, and I made sure to talk a lot and open up about my problems that a lot of people back here at home maybe don't know. And I benefited from that, and I feel like weights have been lifted off my shoulders, and I can move on from my past traumas, and I can build myself to be a better person. I have a whole folder of things that I did while I was away. I did a lot of art, a lot of coloring, and I just thought that was really, really fun. We did a lot of art therapy and music therapy, so I worked a lot on art and music while I was away, which I did not think I was going to do. And I feel a little bit more confident now that I can get back into doing music and maybe playing percussion again and feeling happy about my hobbies. Like here, I think this is the very first kind of coloring page that I did. I did this one for my boyfriend because I missed him a lot. And then this one I'm gonna put on my music wall. It just says "Music is my life" with a Stratocaster on it. We had a lot of different goals for every day. That we had like a activity sheet that says why I'm grateful, and we would put things like why we're grateful for our family, or something silly that we're grateful for, or something good that happened that week. I also did this one. And then I did like a Alice in Wonderland kind of deal. While I was there, I had some friends from church come and visit me, which was very nice because my family was not able to come and visit me for being so far away. And I'm really grateful that they did. And they put Bible verses on this folder that I'm holding, and I look at it all the time, and I'm probably gonna put some of these verses on the screen if I can. Something that I liked doing while I was at the psychiatric hospital was trying to give positive affirmations all the time. Not only to other people, but mostly to myself, because that is what I needed at the time. I needed to tell myself that I can do this, I can be strong, I can be okay. Really emphasizing, I learned this through one of the group therapies, really emphasizing I am this, I am that. Telling yourself, I am strong, I can do this. Before I even went, I've been making a habit of telling myself, I am valid, you are valid, everyone is valid. Just straight up. Everyone goes through something different. Everyone has struggles and problems and hurdles that they have to jump over. I have a lot of them. You probably have a lot of them. It's crazy. But I am so glad that I am back home and trying and striving. But there's also one thing. I may be home and I may have just come back from this experience so insanely positive, saying, I can go on, I can do this. But I have to face the facts. I struggle from severe depression. I am diagnosed with severe depression and general anxiety disorder. Not every day is going to be all puppies and unicorns and cheesecake. It will not always be like that. Like, I want to feel like an anime girl, I want to feel like a Love Live girl all the time, but it's not always like that. It's all about finding ways to keep yourself busy, keeping yourself stable, keeping yourself active, and trying to keep your mind working onto something new. I'm going to fall down a lot. A lot. I already have within the past 2 or so weeks that I've been home. It's scary. And I have days where I'm like, I'm going crazy. What am I talking about? I can't do this at all. But I need to think about all of the things that I have accomplished throughout my life. I graduated high school and middle school. I am trying to do as much as I can in the arts. I won awards for the arts. I went on amazing trips in my life. Hell, Tar Cosmetics even freaking accepted me into their leadership summit, being a weird plus-sized alternative girl with depression and anxiety. And during that summit, I showed my symptoms of depression and anxiety, and everyone welcomed me with open arms. And to this day, I am still so grateful for that. And I am grateful that I was accepted by one of my biggest inspirations, Jesse Page. And I always think of that weekend in my mind when I am scared to keep on going. Because I was so free, and I was so happy, and I was so strong, despite having mental illnesses. And having a mental illness is scary. But when you surround yourself with people that you appreciate and things that you enjoy, you can feel like you can do anything. And with this channel, I want to do that because we can all do something great. I just wanted to kind of let all of my feelings go before I start making fun content again, because I just felt like it would be wrong to not address the situation and just kind of let myself go and let my feelings be free and be happy, because I have a lot of things planned and I am excited to continue going on with this channel and make new and interesting content. I should be posting some more videos really soon, but I am really excited to be back home and back to editing videos and making content because I actually really enjoy it. Not a lot of people may see my videos and I may not get a lot of interaction in my videos, but the people that do like them and watch them and comment and all of that, it means a lot. Hopefully one day we can get to from 30 something subscribers to 50 or 100 or more, because I want to continue doing this and make social media a part of a career one day and just combine social media with music and art and just make everything cohesive and make something authentic and something that screams Ashley, because I am Rock on ABL and I enjoy being Rock on ABL because that is who I am and I would not change that for the world. So thank you to my friends, my family, and all of my subscribers for being here for me and supporting not only myself but this channel as I express myself and figure out what I want to do in life. Anyone can do anything if you really put your minds to it. You are valid. We can do this, guys.